Hi, today I'm chatting to Dayna Ault, and Dayna's relationship with children's literature was inspired while raising her 8 children. With a background in journalism, she has written for newspapers, magazines, and church publications. After her first children's book was published in 2001, she went on to write, edit, and publish the Missouri Autism Report magazine for 7 years. Dayna is now writing books for her 14 grandchildren, impressive, with another on the way, while helping other authors on their writing and publishing journey. And today, Dayna and her husband both serve in their church and reside in the Missouri Ozarks, where all but one of their flock has flown the coop. Hi, Dayna.
Hi, how are you, Karen?
I'm great, and I'm very happy to be chatting to you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. I've been looking forward to this
Awesome.
moment.
Great. Okay, good. So tell us just a little bit about yourself, other than what I just told everybody.
Yeah, you covered a lot of it. So my life has been, I think about it as being very boring, but actually it's been very exciting. I started writing for publication when I was 15 years old. And I had an excellent teacher in high school who just really gave me, she taught us like we were a college course, and because she was fresh out of college, and she just gave me a really wonderful start to my career. And I always knew that's what I wanted to do for a career. So when I got out of high school, I went into college, and then I got married and started freelancing. I remember sitting at a tiny little table in our kitchen that would barely hold my typewriter. And yes, at that point we used typewriters, and having my little toddler crawling around on the floor or sitting in a high chair beside me so I could hand him Cheerios while I typed. So yeah, I started really early and did a lot of freelancing at that point for various publications. So and then we took off building that family and eventually had 8 children.
Wow, fantastic. So I guess that was
Yeah.
the first toddler of 8.
Yes, it was the first of 8, and
Wow.
it took us 20 years to complete the entire flock.
Yeah. You are certainly braver than I am. All right. So now you mentioned this amazing teacher. Was it her, or what made you want to become a writer?
Well, I already wanted to write. In fact, I had, when I was entering high school, I had gone to the publications teacher that was there and said, "Hey, I want to be a writer. I want to be in the journalism class." And she was like, "Okay, yeah, we'll let you in." And then she retired. So this new teacher came in, and she said, "Well, it's not really protocol to let a brand new student come in. So you need to take at least one semester of journalism before you can be in the publications class." And so I took one semester, and they let me go into publications. And then they discovered that I mean, it dawned on them all of a sudden, everybody was graduating out of that class. There were no juniors coming in. Everybody was a senior. So they began to really fast teach me to be the editor. So I was the editor for 2 years of the newspaper. And my teacher was Sherry Perry, and her last name now is Belmer. She and I got together a while back. I located her just so that I could tell her thank you, because she really taught me a lot.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then tell me, Dayna, for you, what is the hardest part about being a writer?
The hardest part, I think, probably time. Managing my time in such a way that I get it done. And I didn't always do that throughout the years. It's a lot easier now that I'm down to one college student in the house instead of, 6 or 7 littles in the house. And so that was hard. And there was a period of time where I didn't do a whole lot of writing. And then there was a period of time where I had to write for a living, and my children would perch on the chair beside me and help me edit. and watch me put the magazine together. I published a magazine for 7 years, and would sit there in awe at how graphic design worked. And so that was really fun, and it was a process of managing my time and learning how to set other things aside and make sure that I had time to write.
Nice. That makes sense. And then obviously you have quite a bit of experience behind you. So what would you say is the most important lesson that you learned in all of that?
Oh, of course, time management has been huge. And important lesson, time management. I think the importance of community is that has been huge. As you and I both know, I took a course with you, and there was a wonderful community. I think it was the first time you gave that course. And I am still in contact with some of those people. I kid you not. Yeah, it was great teaching, but it was also the first time I really experienced community, and especially an online community. And I think that is super, super important. It's a very alone, you sit alone in a room and you type away, and you think and you write and you look things up and you write some more. And it just can be very lonely. I kind of enjoy being with myself, so it doesn't bother me quite so much. But even that, occasionally I just get stir crazy. So it's really nice to have people that you can bounce ideas off of, that can help you critique your work and that kind of thing. So I think
I love
community is it.
Good. I like that. All right. And then I know on that challenge that you just mentioned, you wrote your present book, Who Made This Mess? So tell us about Who Made This Mess.
Oh, yes. Okay. So first I have to thank you, because this is the book that I worked on while I was going through your class. And I think you don't do the class anymore. You do it a little differently.
That's right.
Yeah, which I haven't gotten to partake of yet because I've been busy writing other stuff. But eventually I'd like to jump in and, if nothing else, audit it just to enjoy it. But where was I? Oh, I was talking about the book. Yes. So the book was written during that course, and it just came to me in rhyme. I don't know why. Which you kind of warned us, I think, that, rhyme might not be the best way to go, but that's just how it came out of me. But it was a little book based on time raising my children, and a little mantra that they would say when I walked in the room and said, "Who made this mess?" They would say, "Oh, I can guess," because they always knew who it was. And so, normally it was one of their brothers or sisters. However, I did not think that was a good storyline for a book. Here, let's blame my brother or sister. So the storyline has a new culprit, and it's really fun. I've gotten great comments from people, especially people that have read it with their children, or their children that read it to their children. Lots of laughs, and there's some repeating rhyme. And so it ended up being just a really fun book, better than I even imagined.
Awesome. It is really fun. I can say that. And I have to add, yes, I always warn people about rhyme because it is easy to do it badly. But you sent me the manuscript for personal feedback right after you wrote it. And I was very pleasantly surprised. So I can add that about the rhyme in this case.
Thank you very much. Well, and it went through a lot of edits. I had one editor that I found on it was one of the podcast things that I went to, a webinar, I think. And I hired them to edit it the first time, and they gave me some excellent feedback, but there were a couple of things they missed on my rhyme. So when I went to publish, I had it looked over one more time by another editor, and she's like, "Oh, you really need to fix this rhyme right here." So I spent a few days just really pulling my hair out, because at that point, the illustrations were already complete. Ooh. So I had to make sure that that I redid that rhyme in such a way that it fit the illustrations. And I was sweating bullets there for a while.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an extra challenge, but well done.
Yes.
Okay, and now tell me, Dayna, who would love this book? For which little readers is it?
So it is for readers 3 to 7. I think any early reader would probably enjoy trying to read it for themselves. And then, of course, it's really intended to be a read aloud book for mom or an older kid to read with the children there, or with their child. It's short enough to be a nice bedtime story, although there's going to be lots of giggles and laughs throughout it. It's not really quiet time. It is probably going to be a noisy book just because everybody's going to be laughing. It's quite humorous, I think, and I've heard that from others. I posted recently, I don't know if you saw it, my son and some of his friends from college came over, and I said, oh, my book is out, and they wanted to see it. And they said, oh, let's read it. And there happened to be 4 of them, and there happened to be 4 people in the book. And so they read that. And I mean, I was laughing so hard. I said, wait, I have to record this. And I'm so glad I did, because if I have a tired day or whatever, I just pull it up and watch it, and I'm laughing immediately.
Nice. Yes, I did
So,
see it. So I
yeah.
agree. It's a fun book and a fun video.
Well, thank you very much. And yeah, so I think anybody that has children of that age, I think anyone who deals with messes in their life is going to enjoy this book.
Well, if you have
And
children
then,
that age, you deal with messes, right?
yes, exactly. And then anyone with a little furry friend in their house that tends to be a mess maker is going to enjoy this book. I'm not going to give any more hints beyond that, but
Okay.
so yes, there we go.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, tell me, what would be your best advice for future writers, aspiring authors, or even someone who's already starting out?
Okay, so best advice. Of course, I think reading and practice writing, and keep a journal. Those are huge. They're things that I've done all throughout my life. And even if all you can do is like an audiobook, because that's what I do now is audio. My eyes have gotten tired over the years. So that would be huge. And the other thing is, probably, you asked for one, I'm giving you more. Find a mentor. You were one of my mentors right at the very front end of writing this book. And I just cannot stress enough how important that is. I've had several mentors through this process, and they've all played a part in making this a great book. I mean, this book was written by a community. It wasn't just written by me. And so that, I think that's so important.
Okay, that is good advice right there. All right. And tell me, where can people find you?
Okay, so my website is DaynaAult.com. It's DaynaAult.com. So that's my website. I'm on Facebook. I'm easy to find under that name as well. And those are my main places where I hang out. And then you can contact me through either of those and send me a message.
Fantastic. And we can definitely put those in writing under this video as well, just to make it easy for everybody. And I definitely would encourage people to check out Who Made This Mess by Dayna Ault. It's definitely a fun read. It's worth checking out.
Thank you. And it's available on Amazon. It actually officially launches tomorrow. So today is kind of my pre-launch. By the time this airs, it will be out there and ready to purchase on Amazon.com. There was one other thing I was going to tell you. Oh, I have a giveaway for everybody that listens to this. When you go to my website, There are many, many places throughout the website where you can sign up to be part of my team, to get updates. And when you do that, you get a Christmas catalog of books for children by indie authors. And so I put that together because I wanted to buy books for my grandchildren this year. And so I just decided some other people may want that too. So that's just kind of an automatic gift that I'm giving as people sign up.
Oh, nice. That's really nice. So people can definitely check that out. And then just for anybody wondering, today is 17 October 2022. So it's launching on 18 October 2022. So I'll get this video out quite rapidly, but obviously some people will be catching it after the fact, but they can still check it all out.
Absolutely. It's still going to be there. It's not going anywhere.
Nice. Well, Dayna, thank you so much for your time and for the wonderful insights. I appreciate it.
Karen, thank you. This was delightful. Thank you so much.